What's good is a boy did reviews, and today we're going to review X2 or X2 X-Men United or X-Men 2, a 2003 American superhero film directed by Bryan Singer and written by Michael Dougherty, Dan Harris, and David Hayter, from a story by Bryan Singer, Zach Penn, and David Hayter. The film is based on the X-Men superhero team appearing in Marvel Comics, and it acts as the sequel to the 2000 X-Men movie and being the second installment in the main X-Men series. And it features a huge assembled cast including Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, Ian McKellen, Halle Berry, Famke Janssen, James Marsden, Rebecca Romijn-Stamos, Brian Cox, Alan Cumming, Bruce Davis, and Anna Paquin. And its plot, inspired by the graphic novel God Loves, Man Kills. The plot kind of focus on William Stryker, played by Brian Cox, and he's this he's this villain guy. He's a former army commander, and he holds the key to Wolverine's past and the future of the X-Men. This threat reignites the call for a Mutant Registration Act, and Stryker starts a full-out assault on Professor X's mansion and school. After escaping his plastic cell, Magneto proposes a partnership with Xavier and the X-Men to combat this new formidable enemy they both have in common. And this film did pretty damn well at the box office. On a budget of 110 million, it made 407 million worldwide, and it's been universally acclaimed, and it is considered to be one of the best comic book films of all time. And what do I think about this? Not only is this one of the best comic book films of all time, this is probably one of the best movies of all time, period. And let me tell you why. And this is where we go straight to our positives. And the positive, golly, is the story. I love the story of it. The story kicks off like 3 years after the events, and I freaking love the whole arc of it. I love where this is going. I love how it's not a carbon copy of the first one. It acts as like part 2 of what's happening next. And you have this like William Stryker guy trying to break the mutants, trying to control them. He has this like hatred for them because someone he loved dearly was, met at the end of a mutant. And I'm not going to say who. And it's really, really interesting and very messed up. It's a very what the WTF plot twist in terms of like who killed his wife in a way. And I just love the character William Stryker. He's this like really angry, evil guy who has absolute, reasons to do what he's doing. There is a reason why he's doing it. And it makes sense, and he has a really strong, connection with Wolverine, and Wolverine's past and the whole adamantium thing, and other characters. All the other characters are amazing. Like I feel like this movie gives other characters a lot more to do, and yeah, I freaking loved it, particularly Halle Berry, who I feel like didn't have as much to do in the first movie, but now she's in this film a little bit more, and I freaking loved her. And Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine, he's great, he's back in action, and he's cool, and it's gonna get boring for me praising Wolverine, but he's amazing. He has some of the better scenes in this film, and they get more violent and they are so sick. And I just love his interaction with other people. He has this he's like the Iron Man of this film. Like he seems to always have the best lines with other people and other characters as well. But as well as like Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart as, Xavier, and Magneto, who is played by Ian McKellen, who are also the side characters, also get the side secondary X-Men characters also get a bigger role as well, like Rogue and Bobby. Like those characters get even bigger roles to play. Like Bobby, we get to see his family, and we get to see the tension between him and his little brother, and it's just so handled so well, so maturely, so realistically, so gritty. And that's what I like about this film, is how mature it is, and how, not it doesn't like, talk down to its audiences. It does these things really realistically. Like, you feel like this could happen in everyday life in a way. The cinematography in this film is beautiful. It's a 2003 film. It's a bit old, but it still looks beautiful to this day. And the pacing of this film is so well done. I feel like there's enough characters get enough screen time, and it doesn't drag on or doesn't bore you in a way. And it's just so great. I absolutely love it. I really, really do. We get to see New Mutants like Alan Cummings' character Nightcrawler, who at first is a little bit corny and goofy, and people might be put off by this character. He's probably the only comic relief character, but this is a comic relief character done right. He's genuinely funny, he's genuinely charming, he's genuinely entertaining to watch, And I feel like this is it done well, and he's not always cracking lines every time. He does have a backstory, and he does, the film starts off with him literally nearly killing the president, but then we get to see why he had to do it, and it's pretty sad, It's a sad reason as to why he did that in a way. And this film is just so cool to look at. This is a cool movie. Whenever I watch this film, I feel so cool watching it. Like, I feel so cool owning it on Blu-ray. The X-Men just looks so cool. They act so cool. It's just a cool, groovy movie. And I absolutely love the score by John Ottoman. We get a proper X-Men theme song. It's so cool. It's so grand. It's Here We Are. This is the X-Men. And it's awesome. And Jean Grey, Famke Janssen's character, also gets a really interesting, plot in it. Like, she gets stuff to do, and I love her performance. She really does give their all, and all these actors give their all. It's not just another Hollywood film. This is a film that has a great script, and is directed absolutely fantastically, and I love it. And the only mixed aspect of the film, and it's my only mixed gripe of this film, it's maybe the choreography of some of the action sequences. While I think it's a big improvement over the first movie, there are still some scenes that look a little bit off and a bit clunky when they're fighting, The visual effects aren't always that up to par. There's a scene when Jean Grey is trying to save, certain people, and it looks a little green screen like, but come on, dude, this is 2003. What more can you expect? But it is a little bit, oh dear. But apart from that, this film is absolutely phenomenal. This film is just fun to watch. It's a great film. I highly recommend buying it on Blu-ray and watching it ASAP. And with that said, X-Men 2 definitely, without a doubt, gets an A star and a 10 out of 10. This film gets better and better, and X-Men 1 and 2 are just absolutely enjoyable, and I just seem to watch, every time I watch these films, I just seem to watch it and enjoy it a lot more and more and more and more. And yeah, I just flipping love these films. I haven't even talked about some other great characters like Rebecca Romijn-Stamos' character who does Mystique. I thought she was amazing. And I love how they kind of have like Magneto teaming up with the X-Men. And, I just loved all that. It was so cool and so different. And Charles Xavier, he's kind of like the damsel in distress, but I quite liked it, We got to see, stuff happening, especially with this dude called Jason, who you've got to watch the film to understand what that is all about. And I really feel like this film, I haven't seen the comics, but I feel like they really, really do the comics justice in a way. And you need to watch this film. You really do. You really do. And with that, thank you for watching this video. Please like, share this video, comment down below and tell me what's your favourite X-Men film. This might be one of my faves. But thanks for watching. As always, a boy the review signing out.